Here we go. Jose, what's going on, my brother?
Yo, what's up, guys? How you doing, man? Good morning, man. I don't know what time it's
Good
over there, but
morning.
over here it's 10 a.m. Florida. I'm
Yeah.
in Florida.
We on the same side. I'm
Well,
on the East Coast.
he's
It's
on
ten
the
oh
East
seven.
Coast with you. He's on the East Coast, so it's 10:07 for him. I'm on the West Coast. It's 7:07 over here. But thank you for coming on. I know that today, I'm sure you're being pulled in many different directions. Plus, you got fight week
Wow.
with Daniel
What?
Blancas, so we do
What?
appreciate it.
What a news! What a news!
I know, man. Look, I feel very bad for you. These situations, we see this a lot in boxing.
Yeah, and especially you knew, you came to our camp. You know how much I took care of this guy. You know when he was sick, I took him with zero fights. I got him to a world title. I got the contract. I can show everybody, that I negotiated for the fight with Pitbull. I negotiated for the minimum for the upcoming fights, and I don't even get a thank you, and I get this. He tells the whole world instead of giving me a call. And I would, when he left, I told him, hey, I love you. You have all the tools to be a world champion. I'm gonna give you a contract. Your new trainer can train, manage you. And he's like, no, no, keep manage me. You and David Garcia, and okay, sure. And there we go. We got him to a world title, and this is what I get.
He claims on social media that he sent you letters to your gym, and let me see,
When did he do that?
six
I mean,
days ago. He said
I've
six
been here.
days ago.
I've been here in Florida with Omar, getting ready for his fight with Colbert. I mean, I'm
Congratulations on
here.
that win.
Thank you. I haven't got anything. Maybe it's there at the gym. When he sent it to me. I mean, that's why it came out like out of nowhere. Like in whatever he did or whatever. At the end of the day, I don't think that's right. He should have talked to me. I mean, why would he send me a letter? I mean, it doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, it's not personable, man, and that's what I mean. Can we get to the bottom of it? I don't know if you remember, but you did do an interview with me, and I'm not sure if it was for the De Los Santos after the De Los Santos fight or after the Colbert fight,
Huh?
but you kind of blamed Rayo's performance on the girl, quote unquote. Do you think that you taking a stance
You know,
against the woman that he
there's
was with?
no. I'm gonna clear that up. No girl has anything to do with this right now. It's his actions. It's him. You can't blame anybody else for your performance. And I'm not gonna. I'm gonna clarify that. I never talk about a girl. I never said nothing about a girl. I said that he was distracted. He was not focused, and he admitted to say that. But we can't blame nobody else for his actions, man. I did my time. I did everything I could to get him ready for that fight. And even, a lot of people don't know, when Pitbull fought, no, Tank fought Pitbull. Yeah, yeah. In New York, I took him for publicity over there. I went over there real happy to promote him and all that. I spent a lot of money. And, he came back at 6 in the morning, you know all drunk. And I told him, dude, what the hell, what's going on here, and let's go do. He's like, no, I'm tired, I'm not gonna go, so I went myself and did the interviews, but I spent so much money there, man. And that's when I saw everything going downfall, and unfortunately, he was not dedicated, and I tried to do everything that I could, to get him back in track. But I'm not gonna blame nobody else. It's his performance, and he's the one, and he has all the tools. He has a lot of talent, and he's ready. But we seen that, his legs were not there, and and when he fought Colbert, also, he could have finished him, but he didn't have the stamina to finish him.
Do you think that he just wasn't happy with you telling those truths? Maybe he wanted you to keep that in house?
Well, he was blaming me for it. That's why he left me. I mean, I gotta clear myself. He left me because he was saying that I wasn't paying attention to him for those fights. I mean, how could that be possible? I worked so hard in my life, to get him up there. And you know me, you guys see me. I'm dedicated. I don't drink. I don't have no friends. I don't party. I don't do none of that. So I mean, it hurt me when he said that he was leaving because everybody was asking, why did you leave Jose to go back to your old trainer, the one that was an amateur, you know. And I did all his career as a professional, you know. So that exactly what I'm telling you right now is what I said. I never said nothing about the drinking thing, you know, that he
Hmm.
got there like at 5 in the morning. But you know, I can't let somebody just step over me and say his part, you know. And that's why I'm here with you, because I'm happy with the everything that I did with them. You know, I took him over to my family. He was living with us, and you know, and everybody knows how much money I spend, how much dedication I spend. You know, my wife is a little bit mad because you know there were some holidays and things that I had to do with her, and I chose to be with Rayo. You know, and now you know it's at the end of the day I'm happy, man, because you live and you learn. I'm happy to take this kid from nothing to a world title, and that's a big satisfaction for me at the end of the day.
Now,
Jose, Enrique here.
go ahead.
Yeah. So if he would have stopped by and talked to you or make a phone call and just say thank you for everything you've done and I'm moving on, how would you respond, or would you just let him go and appreciate him and
I'll
send
tell you
him
right
away with his
now,
blessings?
when he left, I did it once. When he left, you know, he said he was going to go back to his old trainer, and I said perfect, not a problem. So I was heartbroken, man, you know. And the next day I called him and he answered, and I told him, hey Rayo, you know, I think you got all the tools in the world, you know, and I know you're not happy with me. I am going to give you your contract, you know, so they can manage you. And he said, no, can you please, you and David, can you still negotiate with my fights and all that? And I said, okay, perfect. And that's what happened. You know, why wouldn't I do it now, you know, when I already had done it before, you know? And I think you know, I don't know, right now I'm a little bit heartbroken and all that, but why would I
Mhm.
not do it again, you know?
But you would have felt better if he would have said thank you to you
But
and you'd have just gave him
of
his
course,
blessings and
man.
still remain
You know
heartbroken.
me, man. I'm not here for the money, man. I'm not here for fame. You know, it's the satisfaction. You know, bringing somebody from nothing to a world title. You know, to me, it's big. You know, the name of Benavidez now, it's big all over the world. You know, that's all I want to do: make history and show people that I can do something with my life and I can help people. You know, to me, that's better than nothing, man. I was born poor my whole life, pretty much. You know, I mean, I'm not afraid to go poor or not have anything. Money to me doesn't really, it helps, but to me, the satisfaction of winning a fight like last night, man, you have no idea how much satisfaction I get in making this kid. You have no idea when he won that world title, how happy I was, you know? So at the end of the day, those are memories forever.
Jose, it seems like loyalty is a big thing for everybody, you know, whether in business or in day-to-day life. So I gotta ask, do you feel that Rayo is leaving the PBC, or could he have? Because he says his lawyer communicated with you, you know, sending those correspondence, whether you got them or not. Does his lawyer have a relationship with Louis the Cubas and Al? Like, do you think the PBC is gonna still work with Rayo now that he's kicked you out? I mean, is there gonna be loyalty to you?
Well, you know, that's what we're gonna wait and see, you know, if they're loyal to me, because at the end of the day, they know I brought them. They know I sacrificed my whole life for him to be a world champion, you know. At the end of the day, man, you know, he's a champion now. Do you know how many people are talking to him, you know, and tell him, you know, leave Jose, we could do a better job, or man, everybody wants that money, man, you know, and everybody is looking for that money. So at the end of the day, right now, loyalty doesn't really matter now, you know. They're gonna try to make as much money as they can, and that's what's happening right now. I have no idea. We'll know who's behind it, you know. When he went and trained with Robert Garcia, and Robert Garcia will tell you, you know, I talked to Rayo and I talked to his father, Rayo's father, and I convinced him, you know, to work with Robert Garcia. He brought his whole trainer to the Robert Garcia gym, you know, and I talked to Robert. Hey, Robert, you know, would you be interested in working with Rayo? Let me hook you up with them. You know, I think you have a lot of experience. I have a lot of respect for you, and I think you can make a lot of adjustments. And I just want to win. So at the end of the day, if you can be part of it, we all win. You know, and he was super happy and He said, yes, of course. So I went back to Rayo and his father, and I hooked them up together, and he just helped them for that fight. And the main coach was Mario, but Robert got all the attention because everybody knows Robert, and that was great. That was great publicity and all that. But at the end of the day, right now, I don't even know who's talking to him or what's happening. And but we'll know in the future who's going to take over.
You kind of answered it, but how would things now be with Louis the
I don't know.
Coolest?
That's what I'm saying. I just found out yesterday, man. I have
I
no
know.
idea. I'm here in Florida. I was here in a fight. I didn't know nothing. He said that he sent me a letter. I've been here in Tampa, Florida for almost a week, and you think I'm gonna be waiting there at my gym, waiting for a letter or whatever? I have no idea. I don't know. At this point, I'm very confused. I'm very heartbroken, and to be honest, I just at this point I'm just thinking, who's involved. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to put everything together. So I can't even answer that question right now because I don't know. Like I said, that happened yesterday when my fighter was fighting. Maybe he got mad because they didn't mention his name. Maybe he's mad because this guy stopped the guy in the first time and he stopped him in the second fight and he lost to Colbert. So I mean, I don't know. To be honest, I don't even know what pulled that trigger. Or I don't understand.
And as far as you know, does he still have a relationship with your son? Because I was saying before you came on that David would stop training to coach Rayo. He was
All the
like a mentor
all,
brother to him. So I
all
mean,
the
what
time,
does that
man.
do? What does that do with the family? Like, is Jose gonna still talk to him, or does he still? Has he called Jose or David? Do you know?
Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna get involved with that because I'm not gonna tell David not to stop talking to him or Junior or whatever. They're like brothers, man. I brought them in, bro. They build a relationship, and like I said, I will never stop them from talking to him or having communication with them or whatever. I can't opinion. I have no opinion for that. I'm heartbroken, and I will still talk to the kid. At the end of the day, I think I got him so much money, now, he's confused but that you've seen that this happens with a lot of fighters once they get to the top and everybody's talking to him and they get confused and all that. I just hope that he stays focused, and prepares himself and why, I mean, he has a big fight coming up. Why would he do this to himself, Why go to court before a big fight? He has a rematch clause with Pitbull, and that's what I was trying to work so hard for it, and to fight on the undercard of David, and everything was set.
Wait,
Everything
wait,
was ready
wait,
to go.
wait. I gotta stop you. So because he did it the way he did it, you're not letting him out his contract because you said go to court.
No, he's taking me to court. He's taking me to court. But you said that he sent me letters. Why would he send me a letter?
I mean,
To go to court, right?
I'm assuming he's asking for his release, but you don't gotta go to court as the manager. You can give him his
Well,
release.
but I'm thinking if he would have won that, he would have called me, and I would have said no problem. I even talked. Listen, I talked to his father, and not today, and I told him, listen, why did he have to do this? He could have come to me, and I would give him the release. I'm telling you, I have a
Yeah.
good relation with his father. His father is working in one of my properties that I bought. And I told him, man, I don't want this to get in. And he's a nice guy, man. His father's a great person, hardworking guy, and he's done a lot of work for me in my houses and all that. And I didn't, I feel uncomfortable. That's why I called him. I told him, why does he have to do this? Why don't you talk to him? And I even told his father, why don't you talk to him and tell him, just give me a call so we could resolve this. Why is he trying to send me to court? That's what I'm assuming. I don't know if he's trying to do that. Why would he send me a letter? That's a letter from a lawyer, maybe, or something. I mean, he's never sent me a letter. So, and I called back this morning, and I do have a big envelope there, with to see, if he did send something, and something got there yesterday. It has the date, you know. Um, it got there, but they didn't want to tell me. But they were waiting for me until I get back. But the letter got there yesterday, and it's a thing from a lawyer, you know. So that's what I'm saying. I'm confused. I don't even know. I got to go back. I'm not going to open. You know what? I'm going to call you so we can record this because I want this to be clear. As soon as I
Yeah.
get there, I'm gonna open it and I'm gonna see what's. I don't know. I don't know. But I think that all the fans deserve, to tell the truth. And me, man. I
Nah, you're
never been in this
transparent.
situation, man. I never been in this situation. I never been in this kind of problems. At the end of the day, I just want to clear myself, and I'm super happy with what I'm doing. With all these fighters that I got, and I gotta keep going. Because this is what I love, man. And these things are gonna happen. People are gonna. Um do this what he did, and I don't think he's gonna be the first one. I think I gotta get ready, and mentally be strong to keep doing what I'm doing. All that hard work and spending all that money and sometimes you think if at least if I can make my money back, I'm a winner. But
Hmm.
you know but yeah, no, if you want, we could do that. Like I said, man, I want to be clear with you guys. I don't want no excuses or whatever. I just want to be as clear as I can, man. And like I said, I don't know at this point, and I'm trying to give you as much information that I can. But everybody knows what I did for him. I took him in at 17 years old, and I got him to a world title, and now this is what happens. But it's like I said, it happens with a lot of fighters.
All the time, man.
Does the fighter have to take his manager to court to get him out of a contract, or is that just a private discussion and he
Brother,
can pay
this is the
for it or
first time.
whatever?
I mean, I never been in court. I don't know. I never had this
Yeah.
situation with the
You
fighter.
never had a
I
disgruntled
Yeah.
fighter.
But is it known
exactly.
that
So
fighters have to do that? Not
I
with
mean,
you, but
to the best of my knowledge, the manager can give a release, just like a
give a
promoter could give a
release. There's no
release.
court, is what I'm saying, right?
Yeah,
well,
but
well,
you
yeah,
could also put a dollar amount on it too, though.
no. The thing is, also, yeah, when a fighter is not happy with somebody, they'll call you, and that's what I know so far. Or a
Mhm.
trainer, they'll call you and hey, I'm not, things are not working out, whatever, whatever. Do you think I want to be with a person that is not happy with me? You think I want to? I was there, man. I
Yeah,
managed him. I negotiated for his fight with Pitbull, man. I was there in the dressing rooms. I was there when he won. I was there
yeah,
trying to set up the interviews, trying to set everything for him, and I could see that cold shoulder a little bit, but I thought, hey,
yeah.
maybe it's me, he's nervous or whatever. And I didn't like it. I didn't like it, the situation, so I didn't want to be there no more, So as a man I
Do you
am,
have
and
contracts that will hold him binded to you? If like for business,
you
like, oh
know,
well, you signed with me, it's on
you
contract. You
know,
can't just
yeah, yeah,
leave.
he has a contract signed, Um, But at the end of the day, I don't care about that contract. Like I said,
Uh-huh.
I if he would just call me and we can. I mean, it's
Say
so
thank you.
easy, man. Yeah, or something, man. He's like my son, bro. You would do anything for your somebody that you think. I mean, he's not my son, but I feel like he's my son, man. I took him at 17 years old, man. He,
Yeah,
I had to learn. I had to show him how to sweep, how to clean, how to do his laundry, and I care about this kid so much, man. And I was never thinking that he was going to be a world champion. He had zero fights, man. And David and Junior treated him so good and bought him so many things like a brother. And if I bought something for Junior or David, I had to buy something for him. But I did it out of love, man. And that's why right now I'm very confused and I'm very heartbroken. But at the end of the day, life keeps going, man. At the end of the day, uh, I would do anything for one of my sons. So I
yeah,
mean, plus I don't like problems, man. I don't. I
yeah.
mean,
You
why he
have
doesn't want to be with
questions,
me? He
right?
doesn't want to be. Yeah, I mean, why not?
And
Yeah.
what did
So
the
what was your
father?
question to him?
What
Like,
did the
what would be
father
your
Huh?
say?
question?
What did the father say, Jose? When what he didn't have any
Yeah,
explanation or
no, no.
answers?
Yeah, at the end of the day, he doesn't listen to his father. His father, it's a great person. He helped him all the way up. He's been there, since he was little, taking him to the gym and all that. But sometimes that happens. His father's in the middle, and he feels bad. He told me he feels really bad. He doesn't know who's putting things on his head, and because he doesn't recognize Rayo, he's a different person. Now he says he's 25 years old, and I mean, there's nothing he could do, and he doesn't want to get in the mix. At the end of the day, that's his son,
Yeah.
and I understand that, and I have nothing against him. We're trying to help this kid. Even though he treats me the way he does, and I'm still trying to help him, because he has a lot of talent, man. He's a great fighter, man. And like I said, at least my satisfaction is that I got him to a world title, man. That's my satisfaction, Besides that, I don't care about nothing else, I will give him his contract. I don't I don't I don't I don't really care, man, to be honest with you. But the way that he's did it, uh, he's just making a big uh what's it called, making a lot of noise, and I don't know what got him pissed off, to be honest with you.
Well, Jose, we ain't gonna keep you any longer. We do appreciate you jumping on and trying to give us a little bit of clarity. I hope that the situation, works out for not only you but for Jose Rayo as well. It's just unfortunate, very unfortunate. I hate
Yeah.
seeing, fighters and trainers break up, especially when you got to the top. It's like you made it to the top. It's such a long road to a title, and now that you're at the title shot, things are, not working out the way that they should. Rayo is not with TGB, right? I mean, he's not
Yeah,
signed.
he is. He is with TGB. He signed with TGB,
Oh
and we're
shit.
with Premier Boxing. That's what I'm saying. I mean, he's fought all
Damn.
his
So
fights.
so so technically that means that he doesn't need. I mean, he's got Tom Brown to talk to Al or Louis now.
Well, when you're a champion, I mean, you don't need nobody. You need somebody to take you to be a world champion. Once you're a world champion, you made it. Uh, that's it.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen with Daniel Blancas. You've been working with him from the very beginning. Shout out to Milwaukee. He's going to be fighting on a Tim Tszyu card. What could you tell us about Daniel Blancas' preparation and his opponent by the name of Marco Delgado? What are you guys expecting?
Yeah, he's also been fighting for PVC now, and he's a kid, man, that's super dedicated, makes a lot of sacrifices, man. He is a person that I'll tell you right now, and I'm telling you right now, he would never do something like this, man. He's so honest, man, and his father's done a great job with them, training them and getting up to here where we at. And we've been struggling, we've been working hard, and as a matter of fact, his father is here now, and I don't think they would ever do anything like that. You can tell right away, and he's ready. He's ready to give a good show and keep going, and I'm 100%, that he would never do something like this.
And this is another 168 pounder. Was this coincidence or is it by design because you believe you can continuously get, Pacheco and now Blanca shots at the top fighters at 68?
No, it just it just happened. To be honest with you, I never even thought about training other 168s or whatever. It just happened, and we have Diego Pacheco, we have Daniel Blancas, we have Julio Porras at the same weight. David now went up to 175, but I do have a lot of now, Omar 135, and then I have other guys. I have the Taya sisters from Texas. Also, I'm working with these two girls that were decorated amateurs, and one of them already has two youth titles. The other one's going to be fighting on December 9th for a youth title. She only has two fights. But I do have all these weights, but I have more of the 168s.
And have you spoken to David since the last time we talked because you weren't sure about the training situation? And we see that Fareed, who's with, the Floyd gym, he's been employed now by boxers. So people have a misconception thinking that David is
Yeah.
working with that guy, but that guy is really hired by Boxer Gym. But
Yeah.
is he working
Yeah.
with David?
I think he is helping David. I've been talking to David. I've been so busy, like I said, with Diego Pacheco, with Daniel Blancas, Omar, Julio Porra just fought, the girls that I just mentioned. David moved to Miami. Of course, he's gonna need somebody. I just had a interview with uh, uh, what's the name? I forgot who did an interview with me, but the trainer of Tank was there, And at one point, David said, he wanted to change things. He wanted to learn from other fighters, and I think he was trying to train with Tank's trainer, and I told him, yeah, man, that's a great idea, man. I was with Freddie Roach for 4 years. I was with Robert for like about a year and a half, back and forth. I was with the Diaz brothers for another year and a half, and I spent 4 years with Evo Sanchez. I'm willing to learn from all these guys, man. I didn't know nothing about boxing until I was 26 years old, and anything that I can learn from all these big trainers, man, it would be an honor for me to work with somebody that's been there and knows more about me. Because at the end of the day, I want David to continue being a great champion and learning, because he's been working with me since he was 2 years old. So if he gets, I mean, maybe I don't motivate him anymore or whatever. If he needs the motivation with somebody else, I'm down for it, man. He's my son, and I will always support him on whatever he wants to do. But now David's 27 years old, so he's making his own decisions, and I respect that. And I would always support him on whatever decision he makes, and as long as he keeps winning, I want the best for him. So to me, that doesn't bother me. Whoever helps him or whatever. Look at me. I have like about 4 or 5 guys. I have Poncho. I have Junior Lopez. I have Britos, and I have all these guys that have been helping me through all this my career. And I need other people that know about boxing, because I can't do it all. So I would be super happy and honored to work with any other person, and David's making his own decisions, making his own team, and I respect that. He's a grown man, and he should do that. And I'm happy with all that. So all these things that people are saying that he's leaving me, and all, he's never gonna leave me, man. I'm his father. I took him 4 world titles now. He has a WC interim belt at 175, and he was the youngest world champion in history. I must know something, and but it doesn't bother me, man. I'm happy, with everything that he's done in his life, and I'm gonna be there all my life.
Yeah. Do you think that this could be some sort of connection to Riyadh season? Because uh, Tom TGB, Tom Brown, they did post something on social media about Riyadh season and on that LA event.
Yeah, no, I don't even know what you're talking about, to be honest with you. Like I said, I'm confused right now. I'm like, man, I was like, what happened? All this is too much, Had a great win last night. Now as soon as I was finished that fight, everybody started sending me texts about Rayo and this and that, and I'm confused right now, bro, to be honest with you.
Well, I won't keep you, man. We appreciate you giving us some time. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and obviously, I hope that you get that win with Daniel Blancas. And
Thank you.
we hope to have you back on soon, Jose.
Thank you, man. Let's clarify all this. Like I said, I just want to be as clean as I can. I never took money from anybody. I never, like I said, I never been in this situation. I never had so many champions, and all this to me is new, man. I never in my life imagined that I would be interviewed by you or making world champions, So I'm like, man, thank God, I'm been blessed, with all these opportunities and good things and bad things, but that's success. When you become successful, so many bad things happen too, but we got to learn from those things too, and keep
Yep.
going. And I want to thank all the fans for all the support and all that love, and they seen what I done, through my career, and I want to keep that way.
All right, Jose, the good with the bad. We got to take the good with the bad, but enjoy the rest of your day, Coach.
Thank
Thank
you,
you. Have a good
coach.
day. Bye.
All right. There you have it.
Take